So I got something special to show you today. On my lunch break, I went and picked up a new rifle. So I'm going to pull this thing out and show you guys what I got. Alright. So here it is. This is a PTR 91. This is a replica of the HK91, which was banned in, I believe, 1989, which was made in Germany, and they started producing these in Farmington, Connecticut. Also, similar would be the G3, which is the fully automatic version that is used by their military. I got this for a pretty good price, so I couldn't resist getting a .308 battle rifle. Who doesn't want a rifle that shoots 20 rounds of .308? I mean, I sure the hell do. So you guys take a look at this thing real quick. This one came attached with a 6-position collapsible M4 stock. Your 20-round magazines. You got your fixed sight there. Charging handle. This rotary sight is for adjusting your elevation. You just change it. You got 100 yards, 200 yards, 300 yards, 400 yards. So pretty simple. Once this thing's zeroed in 100 meters, or 100 yards I mean, you're able to just estimate and change your settings there. But this gun is very heavy actually. This gun probably, I mean, it says on the manual there, the guy kept all the paperwork. It's actually kind of nice. It says it's 9.7 pounds without a magazine. So a fully loaded magazine at .308. I mean, this thing's it's not light. The cool thing is it came with all these. He gave me all this. This is your standard. You got your wooden furniture here. I don't think I'll ever put this on there. I mean, I don't. It's a grandpa weapon, but it's definitely pretty cool. It's got spots there. This is the original polymer that it came with, but obviously it was switched over to this M4 style collapsible, which makes this a lot more friendly of a rifle. And all these magazines and pouches for them. I got 7 mags here, so I got 1 plus 6 more, so 140 rounds of .308 ready to go. I mean, that's not enough. I don't know how much more you need. Alright, so you know, this thing, I haven't taken it apart before, just from what I read online, because, you know, I was messaging this guy, and so I've been pretty excited to get it, but, you know, mostly what I know is just from, you know, reading online. It does have a manual, but who reads those anymore, right? So, let's take this thing down. It's got this nice little sling it's attached. You know, it's like your standard military sling here. It's pretty neat feeling though. So this guy here, it's got these pins here, kind of like an AR, except they're both in the back here. These are the bolts here. On the polymer stock it came with, or most of these come with, and your classic wooden stocks, these will actually go into stock to hold them, so that you don't lose them. I mean, you don't want to drop it in the snow or the dirt. So So that's something I thought about beforehand. Give it a place to rest. Unfortunately, on this M4 stock, there is no place to put the thing. So I'm just going to have to put them on the desk here. So fortunately, I can just put them on the desk and I don't have to worry about them. Alright, so as far as I know, this thing just pulls out. You have your, I guess I should have taken a stock off. You got your recoil spring there, so that absorbs the round, resets the weapon. Now the handle here just falls right out. See, and this thing's this must have been one of their earlier models because it's apparently they started making polymer. This one is steel, so this is as heavy as probably like almost like a half polymer, half steel pistol. So not quite as heavy as a SIG 226, but like a full size. But it's definitely pretty heavy by itself. So that with a 18-inch bull barrel, you're looking at quite a bit of weight up front. When you got the stock, it's not really necessary. Mostly just to give you somewhere to put it on your shoulder, and it's all polymer, so it really doesn't weigh much at all. The bolt, as far as I know, you got your charging handle was up front, which is very strange. So this is obviously a weapon for right-handed people. It locks up on here, and you pull it back. Do it. And it releases the bolt. Got your bolt carrier here. So I believe they call this a rolling bolt. So I'm not quite sure how it functions compared to an AR system, which I'm a lot more familiar with. But apparently it's pretty reliable. Take this thing apart, but I don't really know, and it's actually very clean. This thing, this weapon looks practically brand new. Like there's hardly any wear on any of these parts. So I think I got pretty lucky on this purchase. But really, I mean, that's all you got to do for your basic takedown. I mean, obviously there's probably not going to be any kind of dirt in there, maybe a little in here, but mostly it's going to be contained on the bolt and the receiver here up on the top. What I have researched is that these things apparently just destroy the brass, and being that I reload ammo, that's going to be kind of a big downside to this, but I have found a remedy for it, and the remedy is it's only about $30, and it's a port buffer. They call it a port buffer, and it goes right and hugs right here, and it's got basically like a plastic bumper, or some of them are actually polymer, and so when the round is ejected, instead of bending the shit out of it, it throws it out in front of you. And I guess another thing is these things are known to throw the brass like 30 feet away from you, which makes you a real pain in the ass when you're trying to pick it up. When you it's like an Easter egg hunt. You gotta go find the shit. So I think the port buffer will be something I buy pretty soon, because 308 ammo, as you know, in this day and age or any ammo for that matter, is very expensive. So put this thing back together here, and it actually came with a this old Tapco claw Picatinny rail mount with a Tapco optical attached to it. People, I mean, these do get, the claw mounts, they don't get the greatest reviews because they are known to scratch up the mounting points there. But and also they're known to not just scratch, but they'll need known to go off center because they move around. It's able for them to move around, like if you were to drop the thing. But you know, I mean, that's possible with any kind of weapon. You drop anything with a optics on it, and it's possible it's going to throw it off. Alright, just like that. This little guy, he's you know, it's old Catco, which, you know, I don't know how you guys feel about Chinese made stuff, but it's got illuminated reticle, so I don't know if you guys can see that, but I mean, it's not really that necessary for an optic to have illuminated sight, but it definitely gives it kind of a cool feeling, and you can see it a little better, I suppose, into certain sunlight. See around there? It's not the most snug mount, but see there's some screws here that could be tightened up. But as far as the mount goes, it's actually on there pretty damn well. It's not going well. Let you guys take a look at this thing. I mean, this is a really beautiful weapon. I mean, aesthetic, it's very attractive.